Hey Mike, so I've got a video I wanted to make here to show you where I am after this weekend. I think I made some good progress. I don't know that it's fully vetted in terms of the display and the logic, but I think it's close. But anyway, I wanted to show it to you and get some feedback from you. So what you're looking at now is the initial screen on boot. We didn't have a screen for that, and I think that this would be when the user first turns on the device. Maybe a logo or something needs to display, but as a placeholder, I'm just showing the little avatars, whatever you want to call them right now. But anyway, the way I'm simulating the phone being docked or not docked is just grounding out a pin here to high voltage 3.3 volt. And so when I stick this guy in the breadboard here, it'll recognize as the phone being docked, and it'll change the display and then start the counter. And so I've reduced the count every 5 seconds will equate to I guess a jump in 10% as far as the progress goes. And when the phone is removed, I'm starting a counter for the undocked state, and you can see the undocked state going here. And so I'll let this guy, when it gets past 12 seconds, it will change to a swirly, and from 12 to 24 it's a swirly, and then from 24 to 48 seconds it's a skull. I'm not going to let it reset here. I'll put it back, the phone back on charge or in the dock, and it'll start back up with keeping up with the dock time. And when it completes a cycle here, the 0 on the left is the cycle count. It should go to 1, and then the skull should change to a smiley face. It's a little quick on the 100%. I don't know that I could slow that down based on the way I have structured the code. Let me know if that's an issue. But as soon as it hits 100%, it shoots back, back to the smiley face. And so, it goes from the sleeping pet to the newer pet there, the younger one, I guess. And I'll let this progress too, all the way to the. I want to show you the just the different states. I'll just pull it just for grins here, and now it's in an undocked state because I pulled the pin. No longer connected to 3.3 volts, and when it gets past 12, it should change to a swirly. There it goes. I'll connect it back, and it should, when it completes the cycle there, it switches back to the smiley face. So we're in cycle 2 now. I'll let it get up to the big guy, the last stage. I think there's only 3 images at this point that we're working with in terms of the progression. When it gets to the last one, it just, the cycle count just keeps going up. I don't know that I've tested anything past that with the smiley face or anything, changing the cycle state. And by the way, the images, the way I think these images, this one is the cycle state image. This is the main image, and depending on the cycle where we're at, it'll change the smiley face to the swirl or the skull, given the state that we're in. So for the cycle, whether it's been undocked or not, for more than and I'm using seconds instead of hours. It's 12 hours, 24, and 48. I think that's the last one. So I'll pull it, and now it's undocked, and now you see it's in an undocked state. I'm just going to let it go all the way to the rest in peace so you can see what that's like. It'll take it a few seconds here. Yeah, 20, Approaching 24 seconds, goes to the skull. And when it gets to 48, I stop the timer. Basically, everything stops and it shows the rest in peace symbol. Before I forget, I've had to move this guy over some. When I get to 999, it was overlapping here. There it goes. And so there's the rest in peace. The last piece of that, I don't know why that thing's flashing there. Looks like that might be a bug. I'll check that out, but that progress bar shouldn't be flashing like that. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Let me know if this is heading in the right direction. And the next thing that I'll move to is I need, when these states change, I need to write them to EEPROM in case the user, in case it loses power or anything like that, so that when it boots back up, it is in the state that it was when it left. So anyway, just some state management things to work through. But anyway, that's it. If you want to talk, let me know. I've got some availability later the night, and we can talk some more if I need to. All right, thanks, Mike.